Hello everyone, my name is Alicia Burton and I am here to discuss with you today socioeconomic status, or S.E.S. And more specifically, we're going to talk about how it affects people like me who are teachers and the students that we teach. Now, I am from a very small rural town in Missouri called Ash Grove, and currently our poverty rate is 22.6%. The national average being 14, this means we are a good deal higher. Our population in Ash Grove is 1,500, 342 of which live below the poverty line. As of 2016, Ash Grove High School's graduation rate was only 84%. This meaning there were about 16% of students that didn't graduate from high school. Lastly, our free and reduced lunch rate at Ash Grove Elementary and High School combined is 44%. Now, I'll be the first to say that we are not the most impoverished town in the world. Not by far. The school's improving and the town gets by with what we have. But we're still compromised of almost completely working class and working poor families. Growing up in this environment inspired me to commit my life to helping disadvantaged students. Now, the word disadvantaged. It's a heavy word and it carries a lot of meaning. S.E.S. does not automatically condemn a child to failure, yet a student from a highly impoverished background typically goes one of two ways. They become part of the 16% dropout rate, or they become resilient. As teachers in districts like mine, we strive to build resilience in all of these students, but that begins with really understanding them. More specifically, we need to understand how socioeconomic status really affects student achievement. According to Chapter 4 of our textbook, Educational Psychology, Theory and Practice, socioeconomic status is determined by income, occupation, education, and prestige in society. For example, in a rural town, the child of a banker will have very different economic experiences than the child of a farm owner or a factory worker. Some may think just because they have less money doesn't mean they're disadvantaged, and that would be correct. However, social class also comes with expectations, behaviors, and attitudes and values that are reflective of their socioeconomic status. Middle and upper class students enter kindergarten with background knowledge on numbers, letters, and colors, while lower class students often have no prior knowledge of academic material. These students are already behind their peers in development by age 5. Key factors in this can also be the higher frequency of drug abuse and mixed family dynamics in lower class households. According to the textbook, child rearing practices also play an important role in success disparity. Research has shown that children from low-income families have an upbringing that is not consistent with school rules. This is often why these children have a more difficult time behaving in school, because they are never expected to behave the same in other places. These child rearing differences also tie in heavily with the activities parents and children do together. Impoverished children are not typically read to or provided learning tools whatsoever. The intellectual expectations are virtually non-existent in impoverished families. Just like many others have, our textbook refers to the school as a middle-class institution. Things that we value in schools, like competition and individual work, are things that are normally found in middle and upper-class homes. Lower-class children show a greater interest in things like cooperation. So, back to resilience, the end goal for all teachers and students. Providing support in these ways students need is going to be a key factor in building resilient students. Once these children enter kindergarten, their learning success is placed more on the school than on their families for the first time. Research shows that things like one-to-one tutoring, small group study, and small group math work significantly improve achievement for struggling students. family support services provided by the school have also proven to be a very positive and long-term effect on family success. As a classroom teacher, the little things really do help the most. For example, keeping extra pencils in the classroom, keeping snacks for children who maybe don't get to eat at home, or simply loaning a book to an interested child can make a difference in the world. If possible, set up tutoring times for your most struggling students to get direct help from you. Resilient students are categorized by high self-esteem, positive attitudes towards school, and strong intrinsic motivation. Building a strong community, school, and teacher-student relationship is the key to building strong kids who will one be strong adults.